Hello everyone, welcome to Goblin King Gaming. I'm Goblin Rito, and today we will be starting a Pokemon GS Chronicles Randomizer Nuzlocke. Now, Pokemon GS Chronicles is a fan-made ROM of Gold and Silver that's said to be the definitive Johto experience. So it brings Pokemon from newer generations and regions and brings them into the Johto region. So there are two things I mentioned in the title of this game. I mentioned that it's a randomizer, and I mentioned that it's a Nuzlocke. So let me explain what that means before we get into it. First, let me explain what a Nuzlocke is. A Nuzlocke is a self-imposed hard mode that Pokemon players use to provide a challenge and to add some replayability to these wonderful games. There are a couple of general rules that are followed in a Nuzlocke. The first is that you can only catch one Pokemon in each route in each area. Additionally, you can only catch the first Pokemon that you encounter in each of those areas. This ultimately limits the numbers and types of Pokemon that can be used on your team. So if you walk into Route 1 and you encounter a Rattata, and that's the first time you've walked into Route 1, that's your encounter. So you can either catch it or just make it faint. But after that Rattata, you can't catch anything else in Route 1. So the second rule is that all Pokemon must be nicknamed. So we're on an adventure, we're making friends, and we are slowly going to be becoming attached to these Pokemon. Which brings us to the third rule. If any of the Pokemon faints, it is considered dead, and it cannot be used anymore. There are no revives in this game. So that means every single battle, no matter how trivial, can potentially be dangerous. Finally, and ultimately, if the player blacks out or whites out, meaning that your entire team has fainted in a single battle, the run is over. So that means game over, and you start from the very beginning. It doesn't matter if you're on the 8th gym, it doesn't matter if you're on Victory Road or you're getting ready to go fight the champion. If you faint, you're done, and you start back from the very beginning. So these are the fundamental rules that make a run a Nuzlocke. There are some other self-imposed rules I'll be putting on myself, but I'll explain those along the way. I don't want to spend too long on this intro. But I do want to cover the second part, which is the fact that I said that it's a randomized Nuzlocke. So what that means is that all of the Pokemon, all the abilities, and all the movesets are randomized. So that means every single encounter will be a random Pokemon. That doesn't mean that my Pokemon are going to keep changing as we're going. Like, it's not that kind of randomized. It just means that it's different. It gets randomized in the very beginning, and then that's the meta. That is the game moving forward. But all their movesets will be different. All their abilities will be different than what you'd expect them to be. And where their locations, who they are. So in Route 1, I could end up encountering a Mewtwo. Or I could just be finding Pidgeys for days. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. But their typings are still the same. So a Venusaur is still going to be a grass poison. So I'm not changing anything like that. But ultimately, this randomizer adds an extra layer of chaos to a Nuzlocke that just really spices things up. So without further ado, I say let's just get into this and see what we're dealing with. Let's see what we got. Sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Oak, but everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. Before we go any further, I'd like to tell you a few things you should know about this world. This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends. At times we play together, and at other times we work together. Some people use their Pokemon to battle and develop closer bonds with them. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Are you a boy or a girl? I'm a boy. What is your name? Alright. Well, my name is... we'll be going with... Gob. We'll just go with Goblin. Right, so your name is Goblin. That is what I said, bud. Goblin, are you ready? Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. Fun and difficult experiences, there's so much waiting for you. Dreams, adventure, let's go to the world of Pokemon. See you later. Alright, so let's get into this. Alright, so here's some of the things for being a GS Chronicle. So, just so you guys know ahead of time, I don't know much. I don't know anything about GS Chronicles other than what I kind of already said in the beginning. It's a fan-made ROM that they've added some things into it. But I know nothing other than at this point I can basically choose to make this a randomizer. But beyond that, I don't know anything about this game. So we're just going to be learning this together. So before you start the game, would you like to randomize the Pokemon species generated? This will create random Pokemon with random abilities and movesets. Yes. They'll all be randomized. Thank you. There we go. Alright, so we're in it now. Anything on my PC? So let's first thing check. Withdraw item. Oh yeah, here's the potion. Heck yeah. Now, normally whenever I do this, I also like to randomize the items, but I don't think that this randomizer did that, so I'm pretty sure all the items on the ground were just going to be the normal items that we'd get. Hi Goblin, you're finally awake. Your friend Chris was just here. She said that the Professor Elm was looking for both of you. She was in such a hurry that she couldn't wait for you and she had to go back. You should get going and see what's going on. By the way, you know where the lab is, right? I mean, we lived in this town for however long. Pretty sure I do. It's right next door to us, and you'll know what to do in no time. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for reminding me that our neighbor is the professor, and I've known this kind of my whole life. There you are, Goblin. I'm glad to see you. Listen, Professor Elm is looking for you. Apparently for something important. You go ahead. I have a few notes that Professor Elm asked me to check. He is short on time these days. Okay. I'll see you later, Goblin. Okay. So let's got our peeping Tom up here, looking in here. So this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? And he just kicks me out. Okay. Nice to meet you too. Oh, you're finally here. I was starting to worry that you wouldn't come. Why isn't Chris with you? I see. Over the last days, we've been running an investigation about bonds between humans and Pokemon. We've been running out of time, and my friend, Mr. Pokemon, interesting name, has found something for us to investigate. However, we're so busy and none of us can go to Mr. Pokemon's house. Could you go to Mr. Pokemon's house and bring me whatever he has found, please? Yeah, sure. Fantastic. In order to get into Mr. Pokemon's house, you may end up stepping into some tall grass. I want you to be part of our assistance and research about bonds with Pokemon. Cool. I'll lend you a Pokemon from the machine next to me so you can go to Mr. Pokemon's house. You can choose one of the Pokemon over that machine. Alright, so this is one of the few times in the game that we are going to get a choice. So, these three Pokemon would be the normal starters, should be randomized. So at this time, I'm going to get a choice as to which one I want to get. But from here on out, other than like safaris or something else like that, which I'll explain whenever we get to that point, I won't have a choice. It'll always be the first Pokemon encounter. And I guess the final rule that I didn't really explain is that the Nuzlocke doesn't officially start until the game gives me Pokeballs. So it wouldn't make sense for me to walk into the first route and have an encounter and I don't have any Pokeballs in my inventory. So I wouldn't be able to catch it. I'd just be a dead route. So there's always a point in Pokemon games where they teach you how to catch Pokemon and then they just hand you like 5 Pokeballs, 10 Pokeballs, 20 Pokeballs, whatever. At that point, that's when the Nuzlocke begins. So until then, I can battle, I can feint, I can encounter and defeat as many Pokemon as I want. Once that begins the actual Nuzlocke portion of the run. If I go into a Pokemart and decide to just buy Pokeballs before that point, that also starts the Nuzlocke. So once I have Pokeballs in my pocket, it starts. But now let's see who our first best friend is. Look, these are Pokeballs. There's a Pokemon in each one. Now choose. Which Pokemon will it be? Let's start here. Well, that is not a Chikorita. That is a Solgaleo. And that is a legendary. Okay, apparently it's really easy to raise. I don't believe that. Let's see what else we have, but that might be a pretty good choice for up front. Or we can go with a Gen 3 starter. We could just go right with a Torchic, which, I mean, Blaziken's pretty kicking, literally. But it's not a Cyndaquil. But that's awesome. That's another good choice. Holy crap. Or our third choice is not that great, to say the least. A definitively not Totodile is what it is. We will not be going with that. So I'm thinking the choice has to be obvious. As much as I love Blaziken and would love to start the game with a Blaziken, I gotta go with my boy over here. Do I want to go with the grass Pokemon Chikorita? I sure do. Quite energetic. I've received the Chikorita from Professor Elm. I can't wait to look at this Chikorita. Oh yeah, do I want to give him a nickname? So Solgaleo. Oh well, obviously this is our best friend. So we're just gonna switch back to camps. There we go. This is best friend. All right, bud. Welcome to the team, best friend. I'm sure you're never gonna die. How you like having a Pokemon? It's not bad, is it? Yeah, starting with a legendary Pokemon, it's not bad. I can't wait to see how this goes. So you can take it all the way to Mr. Pokemon's house. Mr. Pokemon goes everywhere and finds rarities. His house is past Cherry Grove City. Go north a little past Cherry Grove. If your Pokemon gets hurt, use this machine to heal it. Also, before you leave, don't forget to talk to your mother. Just in case, here's my phone number. Call me if anything comes up. Got his phone number. Oh, okay. Bye. Well, maybe not. Goblin, I want you to have this for your errand. Ah, cool. I mean, Professor. Okay, sure. I was gonna say, he just gave me a way to heal, but I guess I'll take the heal on the road. Take the potion. There are only 2 of us, so we're always busy. Okay. Bye. Okay, we gotta... Oh, just about to go look at him. Sorry for what happened before. I was late for checking some notes. Anyway, what did Professor Elm tell you? Did he seriously ask you to be an assistant? That's cool. Your help will be important for us to discover more secrets about the Pokemon world. If you don't mind, I need to hand some reports to Professor Elm. See you. Okay. Before we go any further, let's take a look at Best Friend over here and see what we're actually working with. And it's got an Oranberry right off the bat, so that's a great start. Illusion. Enters the battlefield disguised. I'm going to call it right now. That ability is going to get me killed. I'm going to call it right now and say that I'm going to get myself confused and killed by that. So what that means is that Solgaleo is going to enter the battlefield looking like one of the other Pokemon on my team, which would normally be good at confusing opponents, specifically, you know, like real-life opponents. Computers, I don't know that are really all that faked out by this. But I'm going to end up sending out something... I'm going to end up having something else out on the battlefield, and I'm going to forget that it's Best Friend, and I'm going to make some mistakes. I'm calling it right now. That's going to get me killed. It's a cool ability, but that's going to get me killed. So he starts off with a rock move, smackdown. Okay, it's pretty good. Aroma Mist. Raises special defense of an ally. Cool. Eerie Impulse. Exposing the foe to harshly lower special attack. Okay, so I can up a partner's special defense, lower an enemy's special attack stat greatly, or just Giga Impact. Okay. Cool. Alright, so... Oh, okay, I gotta talk to Mom. Oh wait, that's right, she's up here. This is my next door neighbor. Yes. Oh, Goblin, that's a cute Pokemon you have. Yeah, he is. Professor Elm must have given it to you. Oh, Professor Elm has a task for you, you say. What kind of task? I see. That sounds a little difficult. But when someone takes that kind of request of you, makes that kind of request of you, it must be important. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. Your Pokegear came back from the repair shop. Here you go. So it's a smart device developed by Silphco. Oh, okay. Your Pokemon Gear, Pokegear, it's often called, is what every trainer should have. Guess what? You can use the Pokegear to make a phone call too. Woo! Just power on the Pokegear and touch the telephone button, okay? Names of people you can call are automatically registered. Just select one to give him or her a call. Wow, I can't believe it's so easy to make a phone call. Thanks, Mom. Alright, let's get out into the wilderness and see what we got. Route 29. Alright. So again, the Nuzlocke has not started yet. So I do not care about this Oricorio. We're just gonna throw a rock at you. Get it. Alright, we're doing great. It is neat to see some of these generations that don't normally have this pixel art going on. It's pretty fascinating, actually. Pokemon like Hoot Hoot are a very wise choice if you're a rookie trainer like me. Alright, you enjoy that, Hoot Hoot. Alright. Carnivine's also in this route. That's good to know. Yeah, we'll just keep throwing rocks at people. So, as we're moving forward and moving to our very first gym, one of the rules that I am imposing on myself is... Oh, that's my illusion. Sorry. One of my self-imposed rules has to do with overleveling, because it's a tactic some people have used in Nuzlockes to over-level themselves. That way they have much safer, easier battle. So we don't want to do that here. So I've got a list of at least the trainer levels here that I think I should expect as we're going all the way through. My goal is to not over-level. It's to get to about the level of the ace in that gym. The gym leader's ace, specifically. Whatever their level is, that's the highest level I can use. I give myself a 1 or 2 level grace period when doing that, because sometimes things are just out of your power and you just accidentally over level. The intent is to stay at level. So I'm not hardcore Nuzlocking where it's like, oh, I'm out. I cannot use that Pokemon now, guaranteed. If I get 1 or 2 levels over the ace before I get to the gym, yeah, I may at that point leave a Pokemon off my team who's over leveled. But yeah, the goal is to not over level. It's to go in there at the correct level and for it to be a challenge. That is a fast-moving old man. He's just showing me some of this stuff. What else you got for me, old man? Here, it's my house. Okay. For your effort, keep mubbing me, I'll give you a new Pokegear card. Oh, so, okay. So a map card, so I have a way to get a hold of the map. Your Pokegear will become more useful as you add more cards. Bye! Cool. Let's Pokegear map card. Gotcha. Okay, so we started over here. Gotcha. So this is the map we're going with. Now, to my knowledge, this game does not have the Kanto region. Typical Gold and Silver has Johto, and then you'd go back to Kanto in Gen 1. I do not believe this ROM has that, so I think we're just doing the Johto side of things. Center, yeah, we'll just top ourselves off here real quick. Not that we took damage, but let's get some of that PP back. Alright, so we're supposed to go north, I think, to go to this Mr. Pokemon. So again, the Nuzlocke hasn't started because no one's given us Pokeballs yet. So we're still just kind of going. We're just running this errand. Hello, baby. Boy, that name just looks weird. I don't know if that just is an error. Oh, because it's trying to... Okay, yeah, that's what's happening. It's supposed to have the little apostrophe thing over the E's. But that doesn't look like it translated too well there. It did with his ability, but not with her name. Weird. Yeah, we're just gonna Giga Impact that thing. Oh god, what's it doing? Oh, it's setting its focus. Okay. Yeah. Nice and easy. Level 6. Here we go, best friend. Good job. Alright. Is this his house? I don't think this is his house. I think this is someone else. I'm a collector of berries. All my entire life, I've dedicated to the study of berries and properties of berries. Some Pokemon like sweet berries and other types of berries. Do you like berries? Yeah, now we get some berries. Berries! Okay. Thanks, bud. I'm just gonna steal this too while I'm here. Some cherry berries. Alright. There's a Raichu here, okay. Misty Surge. Ah, okay, interesting. Okay, buddy, we're just still gonna throw a rock at you. We'll make it easy. Get out of here. Alright, where are you at, bud? Oh, he's over this way. Oh. Dwebble. Sure, I guess we'll throw a rock at you too. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, so I'm a Psychic Steel Pokemon. So that's why that Toxic didn't work. Solgaleo's a freaking awesome Pokemon. That's a really lucky start. Like I said, we'll see what happens as we keep going, but yeah, so at least it's got a solid start. Hello, you must be Goblin. Professor Elm said that you would come. Please wait a bit. Okay, we'll wait. This is what I want Professor Elm to examine. These are rare stones. I found them in one of my trips to Mount Silver. Alright, I found some shiny stones. Cool. The properties of these rocks are very similar to evolutionary stones, but we don't know anything about them. I was intrigued about them, so I sent an email to Professor Elm. When it comes to Pokemon evolution, Professor Elm is an authority. By the way, I see you look somewhat tired. You should take a rest before you go. Thanks for the heal. Professor Oak. Aha! So you're a goblin. I'm Professor Oak, a Pokemon researcher. I was just visiting my old friend, Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running an errand for Professor Elm, so I decided to wait for you here. Oh, what's this? A rare Pokemon? Let's see. I see. I understand why Professor Elm gave you a Pokemon for this errand. Professor Elm gave me a Pokemon that he probably shouldn't have given me. A little kid shouldn't be running around a lion, but alright. To researchers like Professor Elm and I, Pokemon are our friends. He saw that you would treat your Pokemon with love and care. Ah, you seem to be dependable. How would you like to help me out? See, this is the latest version of the Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Sweet, got a Pokedex. Go meet many kinds of Pokemon and complete that Pokedex. But I've stayed way too long. I have to get to Goldenrod for my usual radio show. Goblin, I'm counting on you. Alright. Cool. Oh, getting a call. Hello, Goblin? It's a disaster. It's just terrible. What should I do? Oh no. Please get back here now. Oh yeah, that was my plan. So we'll get back. I'm just gonna take this barrier real quick. Alright. So, as we're moving down, I guess I'll explain another rule when it comes to catching that is a more self-imposed one. It's not necessarily one that is used as often in Nuzlocke, but it's one that I like. It is a species and dupes clause. So it's two different things. So dupes clause means that if in the first route let's say in this route I catch this Raichu, and then in a later route I find another Raichu, normally you'd be able to catch it because that's that route, that's that encounter. Now you're just getting a whole bunch of Raichus. Sorry, that's just your luck. I don't like that. I like to have a varied team, not necessarily because it's better, because, I mean, having a whole bunch of Solgaleos would probably be a pretty killer team. So I do a dupes clause where if I've already caught that Pokemon, I already have that Pokemon, even at some point I've caught that Pokemon, even if it's dead. Ooh, Mega Drain, hold on. Yeah, we'll get rid of Robo Mist. Even if I've already caught that type of Pokemon, I cannot recatch it. So I would instead get a re-encounter. I would fight the next thing. I would keep fighting Pokemon until I fight a Pokemon that I have not yet caught. The next rule there is the species clause. So it's very similar in that if I've already caught a Pokemon within that evolutionary line, I can't catch another one within that line. So, for example, if I catch a Raichu in that route, and then later on I find a Pikachu, it's not a dupes, but it is of the same species, so I can no longer catch it. The same goes for like EVs and evolutions like that. So if I were to catch a Vaporeon at some point, and then I encounter a Flareon or an EV or something like that, I can't catch them. So that's another rule that I've self-imposed. So instead, I just keep re-encountering until I find the first Pokemon that's not of a species or that is not a duplicate that I've already got. That being said, hi buddy. You got a Pokemon at the lab. What a waste. That Pokemon's too good for a wimp like you. Don't you get what I'm saying? Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, bud. Hi. Yeah, I know what Pokemon were at that lab, so I know the good ones. Oh, you want the Torchic, huh? I mean, that one will eventually give me a good fight, but, buddy, that day ain't today. Get your stolen Torchic out of here. That was a pure stroke of luck. Do you want to know who I am? I'm going to be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. Yep. Give it back. That's my trainer card. Dang, you saw my name. Smell you later, loser. Okay, bud. Bye. I'm just dropping trainer cards everywhere, because why not? So yeah, like I said, I still have a few more self-imposed rules, so as we're going along and as the situations come up, I'll mention those. I figured I'd at least throw the species dupes clause out there now before we start catching our first Pokemon. Just in case we end up seeing something like that fairly early. But with all the Pokemon that are in this game, I have a feeling we're not going to see that rule come into effect very often. Alright, let's see what's going on with the professor here. Okay, as fast as I could, Professor. Who are you? We're investigating the case of the missing Pokemon here. Rule number 1, whoever did it will come back to the site. Oh my god. So you must be the one who did it! Hi. Goblin has nothing to do with it. I saw it. There was a red-haired boy looking into the building. What? You battled a boy like that? He must be the one who did it. Did you happen to get his name? His name. Well, you know, I think it's only appropriate that, that we are going against none other than... Oh, I can figure this out. King. I see, so King was his name. Thanks for helping my investigation. My next assignment is a search for this red-haired individual. Good detective work, buddy. I'm intrigued about the boy who stole that Pokemon. What was the reason for him stealing it? I hope the stolen Pokemon's okay. I kind of threw a rock at it. Sorry. Goblin, this is terrible. Oh yes, what was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery? Is this a stone? Isn't it? This stone may be something I've never seen. Still, it's just a stone. Mr. Pokemon is always fascinated by stones. He's always going on and on about stones and their shapes and what kind of color stones he likes and where he likes to get them and how he's traveling about stones. And ask him about his stones sometimes. He always likes to go on about stones. Well, since he gave it to us, we might as well find out what secret it holds. I'll keep it for a while to find out about the stone. What? Professor Oak gave you a Pokedex? Goblin, is that true? That's incredible. He is superb at seeing the potential of people as trainers. Wow, Goblin, I knew you were a little different. Things are going to be fun. Your Pokemon seem to really like you, so why don't you take the Pokemon Gym Challenge? If you manage to defeat all the gym leaders, you'll eventually challenge Pokemon League Champion. Or not. Becoming the champion is not at all easy. It's not at all easy, but you can certainly challenge Violet City's gym. Goblin, challenging the gyms scattered around will be a long journey, but first you need to catch many Pokemon. Take these Pokeballs, you'll need them to complete the Pokedex. And that, my friends, is the start of the lock. We have officially been given Pokeballs. Just remember to do your best and never give up. Good luck in your journey, Goblin. So with that being the official start to the Nuzlocke, I think this is a good place to call it for this episode. So in the next episode, we will be going through those first couple of routes that we just went through, and we'll be getting our encounters, see who joins on our team, and we'll be heading to the first gym. So if you like the video, please hit like. If you dislike the video, hit dislike. If you'd like to see more content like this, please hit subscribe. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.